What's up, guys? Stan here from Rocky Creek. So the egg laying chickens, the baby chicks that we had, yeah, they got evicted today. I'll come show you what I'm talking about. Let's go. So hey guys, Stan here from Rocky Creek. So what I was talking about the baby chicks getting evicted. So they, so we're starting to integrate them with their new flock. So I'll show you what we're talking about right here. So guys, as you can see, we've got the new baby chicks. Well, they're not really babies anymore. They're now in that pullet stage where they're kind of like a teenager chicken. But our goal is that these egg layers are going to eventually have to go with our other egg layers that we have. But the problem is, as you can tell, their size difference is quite a bit. So we have to integrate them within these chickens for their safety. So if you don't know it, chickens, they definitely have a pecking order. That whole phrase came for a reason. They will, pretty much fight each other to determine who's the alpha within the group and kind of how it tears down from there. I could definitely sit here and go through all of my current egg layers and let you know who's the boss and who's not. So what we're doing though is we got these ones in an a chicken. Smack me, please. Anyways, they're in a dog crate right now, and I just have this tarp over top of it because we've been having a lot of rain lately. But I don't want to hold off on getting these guys integrated in as soon as possible. So what's going to happen is I got them set up in here. They got a roosting bar. They got their feed and water. They got plenty of feathers, so they're going to be fine as far as temperatures. And I think the lows for the next week here are supposed to be right around upper 40s, low 50s. So they're going to be fine. They don't need a heat lamp anymore. They haven't had a heat lamp for probably the last 3 weeks. But what's going to happen is these bigger chickens, they will get to see them for the next couple weeks like this. And that'll slowly get them used to them. And then what I'll eventually do is in the middle of the night one night, I will put these guys into their coop at night, into their roost, and they'll wake up the next morning with them. That'll make the process a whole lot easier. Batch, huh? What do you think of them? This is one of the alphas here. She can get pretty mean. So she's been checking them out a lot. That's a sapphire gem if you're wondering. But so anyways, I just want to show y'all guys that and kind of explain what's going on with them. This is where they'll be for the next couple weeks, and we're hoping that transition will be pretty smooth. And here after a couple weeks, we'll set them in at night, and we'll video that when we put them in at night and kind of show you how it goes the next day. So stick with us and check that out in the future videos. So I haven't done an update on the garden in a few days. So the first day, everything looked really good after I'd planted it. Now I haven't been by to check it. We've had a lot of rain over the last couple days. So we're gonna go over there right now and check it out, give you an update on how that's looking. So guys, these are the cucumbers I planted recently. Looks like something might have started eating on it a little bit right there. But these have now been in the ground for, I think, 2 days. And they don't seem to have much shock at all. They all seem to be doing really good. Like this one here looks like it's starting to get some new leafing. That's probably what's eating it right there, this old ladybug. But so I'm trying to do this whole garden organic too. I'm not putting any herbicides or pesticides on it. I do have a fabric row cover that I will eventually be installing. I just haven't got it done yet, in hopes to combat some of these bugs naturally. But so these are pickling cucumbers, and they seem to be doing really well. And then these are more like our market style cucumbers, your bigger cucumbers. slicing cucumber, if you will. This one right here in particular seems to be doing really well. He's probably doubled in size since I put him in. So actually the way it's looking, the lettuce and everything in the garden seems to be doing extremely well. I saw, it's hard to really see, let me see if I can find some for you. These are rows of carrots and radishes and beets that we've put in. Here we go. So if you look right here, I don't know if you can see it that well, but I just had a lot of these seeds start sprouting in this row, and as well in this row. Just started to pop through. Now they're calling for a lot of rain, so we're hoping we'll be able to do okay if we get some sunshine. And then as you can see here, some of the onion sets are starting to come through, so I'm hoping that's a good sign for our onions. Down here on this end, we got a lot going on. That one right there is starting to pop. You got these two right here are starting to pop. So actually, the way things are looking right now, things are actually looking pretty good in the garden. We've only been about five days to a week of stuff actually in the ground. So, but as of right now, things are looking pretty good. Hopefully the weather will cooperate with us and the amount of rain we'll get is what we need without actually drowning everything out while it gets to growing. So stay tuned and we'll keep you up to date. We got more to get planted. I'm hoping next week to get some more seed starts going, and I'm hoping to get my beans in soon. So here's a random little piece to go in addition with the garden. I thought this guy was pretty much done for. This was a fig tree, a brown turkey fig that I had planted last year. And unfortunately, it was actually doing really well, but the deer, I didn't put a protective fencing around it like we have with our fruit trees, which you've seen in other videos. And the deer just kept eating the leaves nonstop. And basically it got to the point where it couldn't do anything else and it died back for the year. The main stalks here seem to have been done, so I thought it was dead, but I didn't pull it out. And I noticed here the other day, I got these shoots right here are starting to leaf out. So I have a feeling this guy might come back. So we're gonna hold off and see on that. I'm gonna get some fencing around it here within the next week or two, and hopefully we can get it to bounce back. So if you have any recommendations or knowledge about fig trees, about what I should do with these stalks, I've debated on cutting them back in case something grows on it. If I should cut that back, let me know in the comments. I'm not real experienced with figs. I just got a good deal on this one late in the season. Thought I'd plant it and just see what happened. So if you got any suggestions, put that in the comment section down below. I definitely would appreciate any advice you might be able to give me about that. So guys, we got a couple projects going on right now. One of the ones that we're doing is we're gonna be expanding the fence that the chickens are currently in. So you can see right here is where the current fence ends. We're gonna tie into that with the same type of fencing and run it all the way down through here. And we're gonna take it back up and back up to the other corner. I'm not gonna get into yet what is actually gonna be housed in here. That'll be a surprise for future videos, but if I get a break in the rain, I'm hoping to get that rest of that fencing put on that, so that way we can make preparations for what the next step will be here on the homestead. So I went to Tractor Supply today and picked up these two cattle panels. That's going to be for my next project that I'm going to be trying to work on. These cattle panels are going to serve two purposes. Number one is I'm going to try to use them along with my small trailer here to create a transport pen for the pigs when they got to go off here in the next couple weeks. I bought some things from Premier One that'll connect the panels together, and I'll do a video showing that and how I'm gonna try to do it. It may work, it may not, so stay tuned. If it doesn't work, I have a backup plan where I can utilize a fringe trailer and we'll get it there, but I really want to make this work because I could use it for the future, and it allows me to put it on and off the trailer as I need it. The good thing is I needed these cattle panels anyways, because I'm going to utilize those as my trellis system for my green beans and maybe the cucumbers as they get bigger. So the good thing is I'll use them for the transport, and then the way I'm going to connect them, I can easily disassemble it, and then I'll just repurpose it in the garden. So I needed it anyways, so I might as well try out what I'm going to do, and hopefully it'll work out. So stay tuned for that video. All right guys, baby bunny update. Obviously all 4, as you can see, are still doing good. You know, here's, as my daughter says, Vanilla Bean. This is Jumper or Hoppy, she depends on the day. That right there is Big Daddy, and then right there is Old Chocolate. That's by far my daughter's favorite. These guys are growing good. I'm hoping here within the next few weeks I'll be able to check them. But everybody's doing well. As you can see with Mama, everybody's doing good. They're eating on their hay. Everything's going normal with them. So I just want to give you a quick update on those guys. Here in I think it's in about 2 weeks, I'll be able to sex them and figure out what's what. So stay tuned for that, and we'll let you know. I kind of have an idea of what we got here. I'm guessing 2 boys, 2 girls. I'm going to go ahead and guess that the one we call Big Daddy, I think, is a boy. And I'm starting to think that Vanilla Bean's a boy. And then I'm thinking Jumper or Hoppy, whatever you want to call them, is a girl, and I think Chocolate is a girl. But we'll see if I'm right on that. That's my guesses so far, but there's a tried and true way to double check that. So I'll show you how we do that here in the next couple weeks when we get time for that. So stay tuned. So real quickly, while we're talking about the rabbits, I said in the last garden video that I use their manure for the garden. So kind of an idea of how I do that. You can see so I did a frame at the bottom of this rabbit hutch that I built. And what I did was I just took a heavy grade plastic and I tied it into it, and I created this little system that catches it, and then I take a rake and I rake it out into this pan right here. It does get looking pretty nasty, but it's just part of the nature of it. I mean, you're messing with manure. But anyways, I just push it down, and once I get this thing full right here, I take that over to the compost pile and throw it in that, or I dump it into a 5-gallon bucket where it dries out, and then I use it on the garden. So just thought I'd share with that how I do a quick trap system, and it's not bad at all. Good thing about rabbit manure is it really doesn't smell. Rabbit pee or urine is what really smells, and there's ways you can deal with that, but the manure itself doesn't smell at all, which is pretty good. Hey guys, so that's going to wrap up everything for this video. There's nothing really super in depth on this video. We just wanted to give you a quick update on some things that we got going on here on the homestead. Between the weather and work, it's been hard to get a lot of stuff done this week, but we're hoping that, looks like next week's going to be some nice weather, so I'm hoping to really get cranked up on a couple of those projects that I talked about today. I didn't show you the meat chickens today, but they're doing just fine. Everything's normal with them. We'll give you more updates on those coming up here in the near future, but I'm hoping to get to work on that livestock trailer in particular here really soon, and get some more stuff done in the garden. So stay tuned for some of those updates on that. If you have any questions, please comment down below. If you have any recommendations, also plug those down there in the comments. If you haven't done so yet, hit that like button and hit that subscription tab, so that way you can get updates on future videos. As always guys, I appreciate you sticking time with us today. Please be safe as we move forward through all this quarantine and COVID-19 mess. Appreciate you. Stay safe, and we'll see you here on the next video. See you guys.